What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. One time for the one time. Y'all know what it is. And talking about some David Price versus Alexander Povetkin. It is going to be on the undercard of Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker. And basically, Alexander Povetkin is the mandatory for the WBA and the WBO, I believe, or will be. And the WBA just came out and said they'd like to see him face the Anthony Joshua Joseph Parker winner. His backing, his financial backing, which is a multi-billion dollar backing from Russia, wants Povetkin versus Joshua in a big 81,000 seat football arena over there in Russia, and they want to do that next. And they will pay Anthony Joshua to come over here and make the money happen. You know, they will. And it depends on how Alexander Povetkin looks versus David Price and vice versa. David Price can land an Anthony Joshua fight if he beats Povetkin because he probably will be elevated to a high ranking and probably a mandatory after beating Povetkin. And that's the type of fight that Eddie Hearn wants. This fight is a dark horse for a potential Anthony Joshua fight, in the near future or sometime next year. Because Povetkin holds mandatories in both of the belts that he potentially could hold in the WBO and the WBA. And, from what I've been hearing, Povetkin been looking like dog shit in most of his fights ever since he got popped for the performance-enhanced drug he was on twice. He's been looking punching power and their energy level ain't high. And, some people believe that Price has a real shot because Povetkin hasn't been striking with the power that Povetkin's been known to strike with. Also, the disclaimer is that he's, 36, 37 years old. Your prime can wipe away, but I think it's more of the performance-enhancing drugs he was juiced up on. And now he's not showing any, the velocity, the power, the speed, and the ferociousness that he once showed. It's no surprise that now he's not on the juice no more. But David Price has a gold opportunity. If Price wins this fight, I 99.9% guarantee that he's going to be a future Anthony Joshua opponent. I can't guarantee it to be next, but it may be. It makes sense. This is a guy who has a good following in the UK. I mean, the backstory is he knocked out Joshua in sparring. So you already have a solid backstory. This is a guy they continue to get chance to chance. He get knocked out, and they want to see him again and again live up to that potential that he once had. He just doesn't have the jaw. So if he somehow beats Alexander Povetkin, I mean, he gonna go into a real big money fight versus Anthony Joshua, and he has an okay storyline. Do I expect David Price to beat Povetkin without even breaking down film on either one of them? Not really. I really do take an interest to the fight, in my opinion. In my opinion, I'm interested. I'm definitely going to watch this fight. I definitely want to see if the rumors are true that Povetkin doesn't have what he used to have because of the PEDs or maybe the age. I want to see if the juice was loose or the juice is going. And I would love to see a great story that David Price knocks out or beats Alexander Povetkin fair and square, and, I would love to cover that and talk about that, and the cheating motherfucker get put in his place and go down. But if Povetkin wins and proves that he's clean and does it in spectacular fashion, he could throw his name right in there in that Anthony Joshua sweepstakes in that football arena, and Russia going to pay Joshua to come over. They're going to make sure Joshua's compensated above that $20 million probably, because they believe they guy Alexander Povetkin really has a big shot at beating Anthony Joshua. Period. Money talks, bullshit walks, and guess what? Povetkin and that $1 billion backing from Russia is talking. And that's why Povetkin took this fight, to get that exposure in the UK, so people could see him next to Anthony Joshua basically on the same card and prove that he's a worthy opponent for Anthony Joshua. Period. So, your short list for the Anthony Joshua fight, if he beats Joseph Parker, and there's no rematch in August, is Jarrell Miller. That's if he wants to go over to America. Obviously, Deontay Wilder isn't even on the short list or on the axe. We know why. It's Jarrell Miller, America. It's Dylan White, rematch in the UK. David Price, Alexander Povetkin winner, possibly in the UK if it's Price. Possibly in Moscow in the football arena if it's Povetkin. And those are the real short list in my opinion. Those are the 3 or the 4 possible fights that he can make depending on which way some of these matches go. And will I be mad at any of them? No. I mean, go do your thing, If you're not ready for Wilder, I don't want no excuses when that fight comes. I'm already moved on from Wilder and Joshua. It's just that the fans are so much idiots that, it is what it is. You know, they're idiots. And, you know, the fight, we know why the fight ain't happening. If they retire or one of them lose and that fight don't happen, you know, real history going to tell you guys that Joshua didn't want the fight. I mean, all the facts are there. They're going to try to blame Deontay Wilder, but they can't. But I expect Povetkin to win this fight. I'm not going to do a breakdown prediction. I expect him to win this fight. But without the juice, I wouldn't be surprised if Price won. But I still expect Povetkin to win.